When the pandemic hit, we knew we needed to boost our on-site food security, so we built this chicken coop, aka chicken palace. The only new materials that we use for this coop are the roofing metal and screw. We got this urbanite by going on Craigslist. Urbanite is basically pieces of broken concrete that have been used for something else and are in chunks that are the size that you can pick up. And it turns out somebody in Santa Fe was wanting to get rid of all of this broken concrete, and she was so happy to get rid of it, and we were so happy to come and load it up in the truck. And so this is a retaining wall to hold the earth back in this sunken area of the coop. These pallets, of course, can be found in so many places. These windows came from the schoolhouse nearby, and they happen to match the gnat's nest in our house. My client gave me this interesting Chinese thing, and we put it in here for some flair. So all this lumber came from the salvage yard, and the salvage yard is run by a demolition company, and then they take down all these materials and take all the nails and screws out of them and resell them. And a lot of the wood also came from our scrap pile. It's good to be organized and have a nice pile of scrap, metal, windows, wood. We bought these used barrels from somebody who has a business upcycling the barrels and putting spigots on them with a couple different materials. One I got from the awning dumpster. This awning company, they just let me go, and they suggested that I go check out their dumpster and see what's there. So that's a nice relationship to form. And then somebody wanted to get rid of this tent, canvas and plastic on the other side. So I cut it up and sewed these together, and then this makes a nice cover so that, first of all, there's a little hole here that allows the snow to melt and drip in, or rain, but it keeps the water from evaporating and keeps the light out to keep a good water quality. There is a grassroots salvage economy protocol, and it's called reciprocity. The grassroots economy we are building is based on caring and sharing, not the standard extractive exploitation we're accustomed to. So when resources flow my way, I listen for how I can give back, whether it be just arriving on time or baking cookies for an exchange. Our relationship with the land is just as important, of course. Any harvesting from the land, rocks, sand, dirt, must be done with a spirit of reverence and respect for the place. This means not creating erosion or removing vegetation or exposing root structures. We are not only talking minimal impact, but also asking, how can I give back? So being able to read and improve the health of the land is very important. I know you're asking yourself, how can I take part in this salvage economy? Well, ask yourself two questions. What materials do I have access to, and what function can they serve? Number two, how can I increase access to new materials by forming new reciprocal relationships? If you're willing to explore these questions, you might just be really surprised at what comes next.